Bullies don't heal themselves by hurting others. Hello, my name is Jordyn, but all my friends call me Geordie. I'm 11 years old and I go to Eagleby South State School. Today, I'll be speaking about what I think is important growing up as a child. What I think is important is that bullying needs to stop. Everyone at some point in their lives will experience bullying in some way or another. It may be personal experience or seeing it happen to family, friends, or even complete strangers. I don't want to excuse bullies or what they do, but they often do what they do for a reason. We need to help get to the bottom of everyone's problems, both victims and bullies. I will talk about physical, verbal, cyber, and social bullying in the classroom, at home, and in the parks after school and on weekends. Bullying at school. At many schools, verbal is the main type of bullying. A lot of bullies use name-calling to intimidate people. While this may not be hurting them physically, it is hurting them emotionally and mentally. Teasing people for how they look and what they wear might make people try and change themselves. I spoke to a family friend who is now an adult who had cut her legs very badly while trying to shave because people said her legs were so hairy and she would never get a boyfriend. There is also physical bullying at school. It doesn't happen as much because it is harder for the bullies to get away with. When one of my family members were younger, she was bullied physically and verbally. She was hit with sticks and chased around the school. This continued as she got older. There were kids sitting at parks, which was right in front of her house, just to wait for her to get out. She could never go outside because of it. She started to get death threats from the bullies. She was bullied for being smart and because she liked doing schoolwork. It took till her mid-30s to realize that it was okay to be smart, to be proud of her success, and to celebrate being herself and not feeling like the odd one out. How to help bullying at school. I think children and adults can both help bullies. According to Health Direct Australia, if bullying is not challenged and stopped, it can contribute to a culture where bullying is tolerated and everyone feels powerless to stop it. This makes it hard to feel safe when playing. If you are the person being bullied, they suggest a few different strategies which I think are great and should be taught in schools. Talk to a person you trust, like a teacher or guidance officer. This is why I think every school should have a counsellor. They can help you help the bully by supporting you and by supporting them. Write down what you want to say to the bully in an email or letter. Sometimes the bullies don't realise their actions are causing. If you feel safe and confident to do so, you can approach the bully yourself. Ask them if they are okay and let them know that you can trust them and you won't spread rumours about them. I also believe we need to be taught to be more inclusive, learn how to play, learn how to be more intolerant and calm, and also when bullying happens, know when it's time to report it to a teacher. Bullying in parks and playgrounds. Bullying can often flow over into parks and playgrounds after school and on the weekends. When we go to playgrounds, especially as we get older, we want to be away from our parents to play and have the sense of independence. We can't always be near our parents, but we still want to feel safe. I think cameras at parks would make me feel safe and help if something did happen, as it's often your word against theirs. I also think separate play areas for younger kids aged 3 to 9 and older kids aged 10 to 15 may help too. If kids are busy and engaged in things they are interested in, then that is their focus. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is bullying that takes place over digital devices and social media. Cyberbullying can include sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, or false, mean content about someone else. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone else, causing embarrassment and humiliation. Some cyberbullying can even cross into the lines of unlawful criminal behaviour. The most common ways of cyberbullying is over Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Fortunately, you can block or unfriend the bully and change your privacy settings. Personally, I have found that games like Roblox or Animal Jam, which are targeted at younger children, have people that go on there and bully them. They find people who they think are younger or pick on them for not having as much Robux or whatever their game's currency is. Another friend told me how she was bullied, then became the bully. So it started with her getting bullied at school, And when she got home and online, she could act cool, but at school she was boring. She was bullied for her weight, and her mum was the worst for it. She eventually became the bully to feel like she had some control. She bullied people just like she was bullied, just so she would fit in. In high school, she became suicidal and overdosing on a bunch of things. Up until 3 years ago, she was a very angry person who would lash out. Now she is super anxious. Till this day, she is scared of the ding on her computer, because it is always a hate message about her weights or looks. While I think programs could be made to help cyberbullying, I think education is key. We are using the internet from such young ages these days, and it's not all for gaming, but for schoolwork too. So I think all school-age children need to learn what cyberbullying is and what it looks like on your own streams. They need to know what keywords and red flags to look for, and what to do when they come across them. They need to know who to tell and how to report them to the game and server. I want to thank the Australian Institute of Play for holding the Childhood Summit 2021 and giving us children the place to have our voice heard. I would also like to thank my family and friends for all their support and coming forward with their own personal stories. Thank you.